This is Served with me, Andy Roddick. Please hit subscribe. We drop new episodes every week. I was reading back the transcript from after you won in Roland Garros. And the thing that struck me about it, and I've done the same thing in this interview, is so much of the conversation is about personality. It's about emotions. It's about whatever. Not a single question in your post-match press conference was about your actual game and, forehands and backhands and serves and volleys. So what is the next version of your game? What do you still feel like you have to improve past, kind of the mental side and kind of navigating those things as you grow as a player and a person?
I would really want to improve my volleys. That's why I'm trying to play more doubles. That's why, I'm trying to do that more on the singles matches as well, to force myself to just, go there and just see how it goes. I wouldn't say that I'm super bad, but it's just, the lack of confidence. And sometimes, I let myself, okay, just do this. I just go maybe serve and volley once, and then we'll see how it goes. And sometimes I do this, it's successful. Sometimes it's not, but that's the part of the game that I would really want to try to improve and, finish more points at the net, being a little bit more aggressive, because I would say that my game style is still maybe a little bit more on the defensive side. And then, I can, if the opportunity is there, I can try to step in and be a little bit more aggressive. But I would say that, to use more opportunities to just go inside of the court, finish the point at the net, or have a bigger serve, that would be great as well.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I watched last year when you went on your run in the Middle East and you won some big tournaments there. I came on this show and I said, I've watched Mirra probably 5 times over the last 2 weeks. Your serve is great though. Like it's, I mean, I'm sure it has room for improvement, but I came on, it was a year and a half ago, and I came on and I said, why do we not talk about her serve more as a real strength? Is that something that you kind of continually work on? Because, for my money, when it's going well, it's one of the best in the game. Do you feel that way?
Yes, but basically it also depends on the day. Sometimes, I'm there playing a match and I just feel like I'm not going to lose any point in my serve. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's impossible. But sometimes there are days where, for some reason, there's just not enough confidence, and there are double faults and there are shanks and everything. But I'm working towards serving like you. When you serve that ball into the court and it stayed inside of the clay court, I saw that, and I really, I'm trying to work towards that. That's my goal.
I know. You know what's coming, right, Sean?
Oh, no.
So that Mirra, what you just referenced, is fake. Yeah, the ball didn't get stuck. It was a commercial.
I
know.
You're not the first, Mirra.
I know. And now
Sean
I had to keep a secret
too.
for a long time. No, listen. So it was a commercial. They cut the top off. And then it wasn't even clay. They just painted orange, and then they put makeup around it. And it was a commercial.
Oh my God. You just ruined everything for me.
I know. That's why I started shaking my head when you said it, because I don't want to be the benefactor of just fake news. It just
dreams crushed.
I'm a little bit disappointed. To be honest, but okay, it's the truth, I guess. But
I should trust me. If we would have said that in private, I wouldn't have told you. But people watch this, so it would have been like, you're lying to me. One other thing I'm very curious about, because I had an older brother who played tennis, not as good as your older sister. He wasn't on the pro tour, but he was top 2-3 in the world in juniors and played junior Grand Slams and everything else. To me, it helped because when I went to these tournaments, I had actually seen them before. Right. Maybe the age difference isn't enough with the two of you, but has there been a benefit from having an older sister and kind of seeing maybe her progress a couple of years ahead of you sometimes? What are the positives and what are the negatives from having a sibling also on tour?
Well, I would start with, I think we have so many positives, because obviously she's the one that started playing first. She's played so many tournaments that I didn't have to play when I was starting playing. And I think that she basically went and played almost every single tournament in juniors, like Tennis Europe, ITFs, everything. And I basically skipped. I didn't play a lot of juniors. I skipped maybe a year or two in juniors, and then there was an opportunity for me to get a wild card. I got a wild card, and then that's how it started. With her, I just feel a little bit guilty in a way that she had to go through it first, because I feel like if maybe I would have gone through it first, things would have been different. But without her, I don't think that I would be here right now, because she's just kind of how do people say it? Paved the way, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So she was basically kind of a light in the tunnel that I was just following, and didn't have to play all of those unnecessary tournaments and spend all of my unnecessary energy on some certain things. But a negative side to that is when you have to play against each other, it's like the nightmare. It's the worst thing in the world. We've played twice against each other, and those are the two worst days of my life.
Really?
So much pressure, so much nerves. Like, she doesn't know about this, but when we first played in Wuhan against each other in 2024, we always share a room together when we were in a tournament. So we were sharing a room together, and for both of us, we were like, well, it's gonna be stupid if if the night before the match we'll just go and sleep in different rooms. Because what does it change? We always sleep together. We had breakfast together every day. Okay, now we're opponents, but we're still sisters outside of the court. So we didn't change that. And I just remember that she went to sleep first, but I was so nervous that I was crying a little bit before the match, because so many nerves, like so many emotions. I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't bear it inside. And actually, I don't think I've told anyone about this, but you see, exclusive. And yeah, and yeah, we played in the night, so we basically had to spend almost the whole day together, which was not pleasant. Like, we were both nervous. We were not talking a lot. Then I had a talk with psychologist the night before. She tried to tell me, you're not playing against Erika, you're playing against Akira. I'm like, well,
that's
yeah,
impossible.
That's still, like, when you play against your sister, that doesn't really work. I tried to focus on that, and I talked to Conchita and all of that. It didn't really help. Also, one funny thing, because our parents were there, my mom didn't go on the match. She stayed in the room. And my dad, as we were warming up, the stadium was empty, but then people started to come, because I think it was like 10 p.m. And I see, as we were warming up, I see my dad just climbing the tribunes, and he's going like this higher and higher and higher, and like to the top of the tribune right there. And for me, it was just a little bit funny, but yeah, the nerves and everything, the emotions, it was the worst feeling ever.
Does it give you do you feel like you can relate a little bit to, like, I always think to like Venus and Serena and what they had to go through, and they were playing in like Grand Slam finals, like a Wimbledon final. Does it make you kind of view what they had to go through differently, since you've had to kind of do it on maybe a little bit of a smaller scale with your sister?
Yes, honestly, I have no idea how they did that, playing against each other, like, like your real opponents in the final of a Grand Slam, trying not to think. I don't know what they did. Did they try not to think that it's your sister? Did they, kind of, I don't know, turned off their mind and just played against the ball? I don't know what they did, but for me, that would be like an extra hard task to complete. And I would say that it's pretty much the same. Obviously, it's not a final of a Grand Slam, but I feel like maybe it would be kind of easier to play in a final of a Grand Slam, because you would win anyway. Like, I would be
that's
so
interesting.
happy if she would win a Grand Slam. Obviously, I would be sad if I would lose in the final of a Grand Slam, but at the same time, I'd be so happy for her. Like, genuinely happy, because she is the person that I care about the most in this world. And if she wins a Grand Slam, beating me in the final, I would be extremely happy for her. But when we meet each other in the beginning of the tournament, it's like a lose-lose situation. You beat your sister, she loses, and then after like all of those emotions just in the beginning of the tournament, like, and you advance to the round of 16, like, okay, well, I don't know. So if it would be up to me, of course, I would choose to play in the final of a Grand Slam one day if that will be possible. But still, it would be like, I don't know, so many emotions that we'll probably both experience. But I hope the time would come and we will see how we will both handle that.
Stay in a different room. I'll tell you that much.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will. We'll see.